Alright, Ubisoft. Let's see. Let's see if the new Assassin's Creed is just hype or if we have something to look forward to.
This latest adventure, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, is set to release on October 20th
Oh,
on Nintendo Switch.
I thought the game had
Before
come
we
out
catch
for
up
some
with
reason.
creative director
Oh my
Davide
god.
Soliani, let's
I
take
think
a
I'm
quick look.
time traveling. Everything, I'm like, didn't that come out already?
So today we are back to show you for the very first time a first look at one of the quests from the game, including a special battle that we took great pleasure in crafting.
Hello everyone, I'm Faye, Associate Producer. Welcome to this new video about Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Today, our heroes travel to Terra Flora in their quest to save the Sparks. This green and usually flowery planet is struck by a drought caused by Cursa's malevolent influence.
Go now!
This looks pretty
To help the planet
graphically
blossom again,
nice.
Mario and his friends must reach the top of the volcano.
Really pretty.
To get there, they will have to find their way to the central station and take the Wiggler train.
The Wiggler.
Terra Flora, like all the planets of Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, is packed with secrets, collectibles to gather, puzzles to solve, and wacky NPCs to talk with. With the help of people, heroes can interact with the environment in various ways to uncover secrets or reveal hidden paths to new zones. There are many interesting places to visit and secrets to discover on Terra Flora. Giant trees, lush plains, and
They
hidden
haven't
caves.
started already? Yeah, you didn't
Let's
miss
get
too
back
much.
on track.
Also, welcome to the stream.
We have a train to catch.
This is pretty much the first game they've showed.
All aboard!
Yeah, so yeah, you didn't miss anything. I have to say though, I really like the art direction for this game. This looks pretty nice. Very fun and colorful. This is one of the, I feel like the big sleeper games, or sleeper franchises, at least at the beginning.
The Wiggler has been enraged by Cursa, and we must stop it before it destroys the train. Mario and his friends will face numerous enemy archetypes on the battlefield, each with specific strengths and weaknesses. We need to prepare accordingly. Let's pick Bowser first. His huge health stats will allow him to sustain heavy damage.
Oh, did you
Rabbid
see though?
Rosalina's signature technique will be key
I don't know if
to
they posted
neutralize
this
enemies
everywhere or
while the
just
other heroes
LinkedIn,
focus on the
but I follow
darkness
Ubisoft
eye.
on LinkedIn and
Mario and the
they
team to
opened
take
a studio in
advantage of his
Milan.
great mobility skills.
They're expanding.
Now, the Sparks.
Did I play
There
the
are
first
dozens of
one?
Sparks you can build with your
I
heroes.
didn't.
They will
I
grant
watched a bit of
elemental
gameplay
damage,
for it
resistances,
and
help control
was
the battlefield,
surprised
and much more. Othering will
with
help Rabbid Rosalina getting
I think
behind
number one
enemy
how much
lines to
fun
wreak
people are
havoc.
having with it, but then two It looks pretty cool.
We're done prepping, so now is the
I
time to
was
fight.
pretty surprised.
Let's activate Mario's
I don't think the the announcement trailer did it justice, or at least I don't think it looked that appealing in the announcement trailer.
Out of the train. Why?
But I have been thinking about getting the first one a little bit.
Rabbid Rosalina can finish the
I have so many things in the backlog though. I'm like trying to work on those first. Did you play the first one?
To destroy 2 darkness eyes at the same time. Fast forward. New enemies are spawning behind us. We must get rid of them quickly. Let's use Mario Spark Glitter to lure those enemies out into the open before triggering Mario's signature ability, Hero Sight. It's time for Bowser to get his revenge. His landing damage ability, combined with the devastating power of Zephyr Break, his Shockwave Spark, and Mario's support fire, will make short work of this group of enemies. Teamwork and synergies are key to gain the upper hand in battle. Now that the back of the train is clear, we must reach the locomotive to destroy the darkness eyes on the Wiggler's back. This won't be easy, as the Lone Wolves will react by shooting any moving hero coming into range. They inflict heavy damage to Bowser. Thankfully, Exosphere, his shield spark, absorbs some of the damage.
They just fly off the train.
Brute Force won't make it here. It's time for a stealthy move with Rabbid Rosalina. Her spark,
I kind of love the attitude of Rabbid Rosalina. It's pretty
allowing
funny.
her to approach the Lone Wolf safely.
But like that's not how
Now that
Rosalina
they're
acts
close to them,
in the
they can
games.
use the
But
synergy
based off
technique
of this
and
appearance, you
neutralize
could
them
totally see.
momentarily.
You could totally see her being this way in
This
another
will allow
universe.
Mario to approach safely and focus on the darkness eyes.
Copying Zelda with the
A few
eyes.
more turns have passed. Only 2 darkness eyes remain, but new powerful enemies have spawned, and even Bowser cannot withstand their powerful attacks. We have only 2 heroes left, and the last darkness eyes are far out of attack range. But Mario can count on his iconic stomp attack and jump from one enemy to the other before delivering the final blow.
Yo, what's up, Gargullo? Hello,
This is
gamer.
it. The Wiggler is defeated, and our heroes
Welcome
can
to the
resume
stream.
their journey. I hope you enjoyed this very special battle. That's all for now.
I hope you also enjoyed seeing an old friend from Nintendo in there. This was only a first taste of our new take on combat. I hope you will like the biggest surprise of our season pass. Thank you.
I feel like it's got to be somebody in like the Waluigi tier though. If they don't have a Waluigi Rabbit already, or like if he's in the game. The frick was that? What is that? Rayman? Oh wow. I was like, what is this corn like character? I don't know anybody that looks like corn.
Next up, we have an update that I know Trackmania fans are going to be excited about.
We think you're really going to like this next trailer. Check it out.
Ubisoft. I wonder what that means for. They just put AC Origins on Game Pass not too long ago. They gotta rip it off. That wouldn't be smart, in my opinion, but they could. Some cool visuals.
And gentlemen, the race is about to begin.
Imagine the announcer just Trackmania. Actually, when I went on a Hollywood tour, somebody did do that. The tour guide was like, look, Gwen Stefani, Gwen Stefani, Gwen Stefani, Gwen Stefani. I'm like, bro, shut up. Like, I get it. Horrible. Whoa, this game actually is kind of sick. Interesting. Trackmania. Coming early 2023 on consoles and cloud platforms. Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, Epic Games, Stadia, PC,
Hello everyone.
Luna.
I'm Augustin De Vita, producer on Trackmania at Ubisoft Nadeo.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for this edition of Ubisoft Forward. I would like to congratulate all Ubisoft teams around the world for their tremendous work bringing these incredible games to life. And to all the players watching us,
Questioning our
thank you
overlords.
for the passion you have for
I'm
our games.
just requesting we bring
Creating
Dance Central back,
memorable
that's all.
and unique experiences is what drives us every
If we're talking
day.
about Just Dance, then yeah, I was
Speaking
definitely
of
questioning the
passion
decisions
for
they
games,
made.
we are
the art
celebrating
direction.
15 years since the first Assassin's Creed. Altair, Ezio, Arnaud, Bayek, Cassandra, Eivor. Many of you have lived memorable moments with these characters.
Interesting.
Making history your playground. Learning, challenging yourself, and most
Wait a minute, they didn't
importantly,
even mention
having fun.
the
With
lady
your
from
support,
Liberation.
Assassin's Creed went
that
beyond
sucks.
a collection of games.
I like Liberation
it
a lot.
helped shape the face of the video game industry and became an inspiration for players and developers around the world. And now, let's see what's next for this fantastic universe.
All right. Whoa, dripped out in gold. All right, let's see what we got. So they could do Infinite here, but they're definitely announcing the new game because they've said that on social media.
You are. Come on, don't be shy. Don't let a fancy suit impress you. Don't let 1,000 fancy suits impress you. Be the thorn in history's side. Choose the greatest enemies. The captain. Sorry, mate.
Cool, they got a little live action insert here.
The boss is boss.
Oh, that's yeah.
Decent work, Leonardo.
Oh my gosh.
Don't just pick a fight.
Missed that,
Start
man.
a revolution. Get the bigger picture. Go too far. Go too fast. Face the invisible. The impossible. The unspeakable. Welcome to the greatest playground. History.
Join the celebration.
For the 15-year anniversary of Assassin's Creed, we want to truly celebrate with you, our community. We know that you've been dying to find out what's next for Assassin's Creed, and so...
Just on that point, it does sound a lot like you're about to announce a new game or something, and
I am about to announce a new game.
I just thought it'd be nice, seeing as I'm here.
So anyways, it's time to discover what we've been crafting in the shadows.
I hope you brought a trailer at least.
I have. Roll the trailer.
Okay. Mirage, I think is what it was called. We got the sneaky boy. We do not step on the sneaky boy, okay?
Basim, Ebne's Hawk. Are you ready to give up who you once thought you were?
I am.
It's a pretty man.
ready to sacrifice everything you held close?
I am.
Are you ready to leave your life behind and walk the path of shadows?
I am.
Is this when you still had to cut your pinky off? Oh, dang. Hasn't mastered parkour quite yet.
Then out of the dark, you will come into the light.
Oh, not the pinky, it was a ring. Surprise, Prince of Persia. It does feel a little Prince of Persia-esque. Speaking of, actually, though, they have not talked about the development of the game since its announcement, I don't think.
And from the light, you will return to the dark.
Oh, no, 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 no. How is he so calm?
Never forget the tenets you have sworn to uphold.
Dang.
Stay your blade from the flesh of the innocent. Hide in plain sight. Never compromise the brotherhood.
That was a good smoke one. I'm definitely getting like some Ezio influences. This guy seems pretty suave. At least he looks pretty suave. And that's pretty exciting because I love Ezio.
From this day forward, you are a hidden one.
Oh, he ducked the sand? Okay. Assassin's Creed Mirage. Yeah, and we get to see the spirit talking to him too.
Well,
Was he being
you
haunted?
Look at that.
That looked kinda
Assassin's
scary.
Creed Mirage, everybody. And here to tell us more, it is Ubisoft Bordeaux's narrative director, Sarah Beaulieu. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. Sarah, we just had a little glimpse of Mirage. What can you tell us about this latest and very special Assassin's Creed adventure?
Well, indeed, it is special. We go back to the roots of the series. It's been 15 years, as you know, and we wanted to go back to the action-adventure game.
Yes,
you know,
and they said they were going to be focusing
game.
on stealth
We've been focusing
in an
on stealth,
Assassin's
parkour,
Creed
and of course,
game.
assassinations.
Oh
I've
gosh!
been playing a lot of Valhalla recently, and from watching that trailer, I couldn't help but notice Basim.
Yes, you're right. It's Basim. It's 20 years before Valhalla, so it's a young Basim that is going to be coming from a street thief to a master assassin.
Okay,
Fantastic.
I don't know
And so
anything
where
about
does his
Valhalla,
kind of
so,
adventure begin?
Well, it begins in
He
Baghdad.
peaked then.
It's
He
the
peaked
beautiful,
early.
magnificent, vibrant city of Baghdad that you're going to roam through the game. And it's a very dense city where you're going to meet a lot of different people.
That's amazing. I know our community is going to be very excited to explore Baghdad. So Sarah, what can you tell us that makes Mirage special to you specifically?
Well, to me, obviously, it's all about the story. So as you saw, we have a couple of charismatic characters, starting from Basim. So Basim is our lead character. We do have Russian that you spotted in the trailer. She's Basim's mentor. We also have a lot of historical characters, like in every Assassin's Creed, so political leaders, for example, but not just. We do have a couple of very, very interesting characters in there.
Well, what a setting and what history to get your
Did not
teeth
give any
into, but
examples.
we're obviously about exclusives here. Have you got any more?
Yes, I do.
Good.
Did you recognize the voice from the trailer?
I did, actually. Can I reveal it? Can I reveal the exclusive?
Yeah, if you know.
it was the Emmy-winning actress, wasn't it? Shohreh Aghdashloo.
It was.
It was.
Yeah, you got it right.
Good.
Yeah, we're thrilled to have her in the cast. She's going to be portraying Russian. So she's going to be the voice of Basim's mentor that you saw in the trailer, actually. And the whole team is very, very glad to have her on board.
She's fantastic.
Yeah,
Such a recognisable voice, which is why I recognised it, of course.
Well, and we were lucky enough to catch up with Shohreh earlier, and she had this very special message.
Hello, everyone. I am Shohreh Aghdashloo, and I'm thrilled to announce that I will be voicing Roshan, Basim's mentor in Assassin's Creed Mirage. When Ubisoft approached me to voice this character, I was immediately seduced by Roshan's strong personality and her backstory. She's a true warrior who fights for justice and protects her fellow hidden ones at all costs. She is loyal and honest, but keep her former self behind a shroud of mystery. And of course, the fact that she is a mature woman from Persia made her resonate even more with my own story and background. Playing such a character is a unique opportunity that I could not miss. I hope you will love her as much as I do. It's a real pleasure for me to collaborate with the Assassin's Creed brand and play one of the main characters in such an anticipated new game. I am wishing
They're doing it. Hopefully,
AC-15.
it looks like they're going back to the roots, and that's what they needed.
Sincerely, Shohreh Aghdashloo.
Danny, are you ready for some more exclusives?
No, I'm not. No, I'm a little overwhelmed already, but please go on.
Okay, well, our next guest can do just that. He's no stranger to the Assassin's Creed family with a list of credits, including creative director of Assassin's Creed Syndicate and producer of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm, of course, talking about Mark Alexi Cote. Mac, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you, Alice. It's great to be here, and I love
Oh
what
my
you've done with
gosh,
the place.
man.
Thank you. So let's start with our community. Can you tell us what makes Assassin's Creed so beloved by our global community?
This is a hard
At
conference to
Ubisoft, our
get
mission
through.
as a company, as expressed by Eve, is to enrich the lives
Let's
of
like turn
players.
this down a little
On
bit.
Assassin's Creed, we have a
I can
very
give my
clear
thoughts.
take on that
Yeah, I really like the Assassin's Creed franchise, even though it's hit, I think, a big bump in the road in the past few years. And so seeing that they're kind of going back to basics with Assassin's Creed Mirage excites me, and that there'll actually be assassins in the game, which I didn't know you had to request for Assassin's Creed. That also excites me. So I'll be looking forward to some more news about the game. Kind of curious if they're going to talk about Assassin's Creed Infinite.
It's amazing. So how will Assassin's Creed evolve in the coming years?
I don't know how to feel about it quite yet. They could elaborate and straighten things out, because there's a lot of rumors and it doesn't sound too great based off of those. So if it's gonna be a thing, let me know. Other than that, Mario plus Rabbids is always kind of interesting to me. I haven't really been pushed to pick it up just yet, but it definitely would be something on my radar. Like if I'm just like for some unholy reason, I complete my backlog and I have absolutely nothing left, and I'm like, okay, well, what's out there? Like Assassin's Creed Rabbids would be up there.
History as a playground. What an incredible thing to be able to use history in this.
Or did I say Assassin's Creed Rabbids? I meant Mario plus Rabbids.
Well, we want our passion for history.
Everything else that we've seen, I don't think has been too interesting to me.
So I'm very happy to announce today our very first open world Assassin's Creed.
Rabbids in this, pretty much. Rabbids in this.
It will feature all the iconic Assassin's Creed gameplay, but optimized for an experience on touch controls.
Did they not try
and
this
I just
before?
can't wait to tell you more about the story and the setting.
Let's take a look at the trailer.
Really sad they don't talk about Liberation at all. Liberation was a really fun game in my opinion. I played it on the PS Vita, and then it came over to Xbox and PlayStation a little later, I think. Oh, this is the Assassin's Creed China people were talking about. So it's gonna be the mobile. That's kind of unfortunate. I think China and Japan could be really big titles in the Assassin's Creed franchise, but they just like don't want to do it for some reason. Granted, there have been a lot of like samurai ninja games that have come out recently, but I don't know. Strike while the iron's hot, I say at this point. It's called Ghost of Tsushima. Sounds familiar. I thought it was supposed to be a woman. Oh. Codename Jade.
Well, look at that. A brand new Assassin's Creed game set in China. It looks amazing. Matt, can you tell us a little bit more about the features?
Well, for the first
I think
time in
one of the
our
reasons
open
why I
world
was
games,
like,
you can create your own character.
I think one of the reasons I was really excited about Ghost of Tsushima was because for years I had been wanting like Assassin's Creed Japan or Assassin's Creed Samurai, whatever it was going to be. And so when Ghost of Tsushima came out, you had the option to kind of like live out that like somewhat assassin's life, but you also had the chance to act as a samurai as well, which is like kind of two completely different spectrums of combat there, which is why I think it was super successful. And unfortunate that Ubisoft missed the boat on that one.
Bending a live action adaptation of our video game series.
I don't think you should do that.
That's not the only thing we have in development with Netflix. We also have a new mobile game in development for their platform.
Wow, so you're doing quite a lot with Netflix. And just out of interest, there's no reason for me to ask this. This is just curious. A lot of people probably want to know who is the casting director for that.
Well, why do you want to know?
No, I'm just a lot of people have been tweeting in about that.
Well, we'll put his name on screen.
I'll talk to you after about that. In the meantime, let's take a look at the wider world of Assassin's Creed.
Go away.
But in the grand tradition of surprises, Mac, I think you might have saved the biggest one for last.
Okay,
well, Danny, that's right. Believe it or not, I've got more things to show to you. So how about
if
we
it's
take
gonna be a mobile game, that would I'd be a little crushed.
Let's take a look.
Animus initializing. Let's see, what has the Animus got for us this time? Oh, Japan? That this doesn't look like... Gosh, this is on mobile, I'm gonna cry. Assassin's Creed Codename Red. Alright, you gotta explain now. You gotta explain.
Well, I think that's what you call big news, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there that I think, from your point of view, certainly the community, the fans have been asking for a long time. So, Mac, tell us more.
Well, this is Codename Red, our next premium flagship title and the future of our open world RPG games on Assassin's Creed. It is being developed by Ubisoft Quebec, the studio behind Assassin's Creed Odyssey, under the creative direction of Jonathan Dumont. It will let players explore one of their most awaited settings ever on the franchise, feudal Japan, and they'll live a very powerful shinobi fantasy.
I mean, people have been waiting for this for a long time, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
Well, they certainly have, and now you brought it to them.
It's amazing.
Which is good, and you're slightly cruel in that you're teasing
really
me
can't
with it. I
not make L
You mentioned
moves.
some of the other studios. What's Montreal up to right now?
Well, we have our veteran team behind Assassin's Creed Valhalla in Montreal, the birthplace of Assassin's Creed, who's been hard at work on a new flagship title as well. It is being led by creative director Clint Hawking.
Also,
it is a very different
I don't
type
like
of
the fact that they're
Assassin's
talking
Creed
about this game, but they
And I
literally just said
believe
Mirage
you
is
may
coming
have
out next
brought
year.
us something that we can
We
watch
literally
now.
told
Yes,
them,
here it is.
slow down and take your time with these games, and it doesn't seem like they're doing that. It just seems like, oh, people are really asking for this, so let's just do that as quickly as we were doing the other things. Oh gosh. What is this? What's going on right now? Are you really announcing
Wow, the
3
surprises
games
just
right
keep
now?
on coming. What can you tell us about this project?
Man.
Well, this is Codename Hexe, and I can't wait for our fans to tear apart that trailer and find out all its secrets.
Yeah, absolutely, and work out the code name. You guys have always got code names for stuff. There was it a year ago? There was Codename Infinity. Where are you with that?
Well, that's a great question, Danny, and I'm happy
they're
to
ruining
give you a
it.
little bit more about Project Infinity
They're
today.
ruining it.
Infinity is not a game per se. is going to be the single entry point for our fans into the Assassin's Creed franchise into the future.
So are you saying that players will be able to explore their very own animus, kind of like a time machine?
Exactly, Alice. Infinity is going to be a hub that will unite all our different experiences and our players together in meaningful ways.
So, obviously that begs the question, if you're connecting players and there's more than one player, a lot of people will be thinking, are we talking multiplayer?
Well, Danny, it seems we can't hide anything from you.
You can't.
So we're actually investigating how we will bring back standalone multiplayer experiences into the Assassin's Creed universe, all connected to the Infinity Hub.
Well, it sounds extraordinary. You must have a nap at some point because you've all been very, very busy.
Too
So,
busy.
thanks,
Too
Mac.
busy.
Some major new developments there, and I'm sure everyone at home can't wait to get involved. Thank you for joining us today and sharing all this incredibly exciting news.
Well, thank you, Danny. Thank you, Alice. It's been a pleasure to be here and to be finally able to share all these great things that we have coming for our fans.
To sum up, there are a lot of exciting things to look forward to.
feel.
Let's remind ourselves of everything you can expect from now onwards.
This year, we will see the release of the last chapter to Eivor's story in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Then in 2023, we'll see the release of the next big title, Assassin's Creed Mirage, set in Baghdad and following the story of Basim from street thief to master assassin.
Then it's time for the long-awaited setting of feudal Japan with Assassin's Creed codename Red. And as Mac announced, there will also be a very different type of experience with Assassin's Creed codename Hexe.
And in the coming years, we'll see the launch of the new platform, Assassin's Creed Infinity, connecting players to the games in a whole new way.
But that's not all. We'll also see the launch of our first open-world game for mobile with Assassin's Creed codename Jade. And of course, the release of our live-action series in partnership with Netflix.
So, loads to come. But that, my friends, I'm afraid, is all we have time for today in this very special Assassin's Creed Anniversary Showcase. Now, before I get too comfortable in our hideout and end up slipping into my Ezio cosplay as normal, I just want to thank everyone for joining us today and making this first ever showcase so special. Plus, of course, a big thank you to our guests. And I shouldn't do this, Alice, but, you know, in the spirit of wrapping up, what's the one thing you're most looking forward to?
That's a very tricky question.
It is.
We've seen so many amazing things. I'm going to pick a few.
Okay.
I will choose Mirage, the Netflix series,
That's
and
a
also
no.
Feudal Japan.
Franchise all
Is that okay?
That's fine.
Great.
These
And
products
for all of you at home,
years
remember
down
that
the
you can
line.
pre-order Mirage now.
They're just
In the
pushing it
meantime,
all
you can
out
jump
at
back
once.
into
Yeah,
Valhalla to
they
prepare for
didn't
Abel's
even
last
have to
chapter.
do that.
Which is
People have been
exactly,
saying,
Alice,
slow
what
down.
I'm going to do
Take your
while
time
we
on the
pass
freaking
back
game.
to
Who cares if
Ubisoft
Assassin's
Forward.
Creed doesn't
We'll
come
see
out
you
every single
next
year?
time.
Most
Bye-bye.
good franchises don't have games that come out every single year. I wouldn't be surprised if we could. Oh my gosh, bro. Gosh. It's like I can't even fully commit to being excited for the game anymore because now I found out there's like 20 other projects happening alongside it. So I'm like, which one are you prioritizing? Are you just like trying to like I fully acknowledge you can work on multiple things at once, but working on like multiple Assassin's Creed projects at the same time instead of like just taking your time to really get into one, I think that's what we've been doing like for the past 4 or 5 years, and it just has not been working. It just has not been working. I'm not saying you can't like be thinking about the other one or like start writing or whatever, but to produce it so that way it's like year after year after year, like I don't want that anymore. Correction, I never wanted that. I just wanted Assassin's Creed to be like what it was before. It seems like Mirage is trying to do that. Every other thing that they showed that's Assassin's Creed, I don't know if it is. Wow. They literally just killed my excitement for that game. Like, I definitely want to know more, but they should have just left it at that, to be honest. And then take a little time and be like, by the way, Assassin's Creed Japan, it's a thing. It's gonna happen at some point. Like, just let it breathe. Let it breathe. Now I'm overwhelmed. I'm a little sad. With the Assassin's Creed section being set aside, this conference was pretty mid otherwise. It might be even more mid with the Assassin's Creed conference in mind, but without it, it's pretty mid. That was painful. I wouldn't say it was painful, but it was like we have Rabbids. Rabbids was cool. Mario Rabbids is cool. I wouldn't say it's a showstopper. They talked about The Division a lot. I don't know how many people are really invested in that game, at least at this point. No, E3 was mid. This was down bad. It was okay. I think it was about on par for like the showcase that they had last year, I want to say. Maybe a little weirder. And I don't know why they, for some reason, it's not all gaming companies, but some are like, if you act like you're quirky instead of actually being quirky, or act a little cringe, like that's kind of fun for some reason. I'm excited for the Assassin's Creed news. I thought it was great. I think Mirage has the potential to be really cool. Everything else, like, I think it's just the fact that it's probably all happening at the same time is what's upsetting me. Like, I would rather we take a moment to work on Mirage, make sure it's up to par, because Valhalla came out kind of buggy. And so I wouldn't want that from Mirage, especially if they're going back to basics. And it seems like they're trying to make an appealing a protagonist and a character where really get into learn about this different culture, which I will say I think that's what they've done successfully with all the Assassin's Creed, is trying to get you into a different culture. Everything else could be iffy, but getting involved in a different culture, they're usually pretty good at doing. And then Assassin's Creed Japan, very excited for. Not super happy they're doing the RPG route that they've been doing with the other games, because I don't think they do that super well. They could fix it by the time it comes out, but I'm not super happy about that. Just that announcement specifically. I like that they're moving it to a live service type thing, which is the kind I kind of what I get from Infinity. A lot of live service games that have come out recently have not been that great, so I'm not for the live service model, in my opinion, especially not for Assassin's Creed, which I feel like it should just come out. You should be able to beat it like the same couple days after release, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know, like Halo Infinite was something I was really looking forward to, and their live service model is just, people are not happy with it. I'm not happy with it. People in general are not happy with it. I don't know. If they could get enough staff to where each group could work on each game and like bring it to the standard that previous Assassin's Creed games have been to, like the classics that people love, I would be absolutely fine with it. But as of recent years, it seems like they've given evidence against that. So that's why I'm nervous for Mirage now. Like I'm hoping they're sectioning it away, since they're trying to go back to the roots and doing stealth and all this stuff. In Japan, I'm very nervous for, since it seems like that's what they're doing. Enough staff for daydreaming now. That's what I'm saying. If they could do that, then I'd be fine with it. If they could do that. But I don't know if they could. I don't know. Overall, this conference was pretty good though. It was pretty good. Ubisoft, I've got some work to do. I guess we'll just have to wait for more news though. Well, oh my gosh. Well, probably post this on YouTube, so anybody watching on YouTube wants to fight me about this, go ahead, do it. I would love to hear your points as to why this would be really good, because I could use some hope. So yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, all the jazz. See you later on YouTube.